And welcome into MIZ Central on the Lou Information Station. I'm Grant Salzman. He's Brendan Schaefer. And we have a lot to talk about, Brendan. We have Missouri football to talk about. The schedule release is out. And just one of the more disheartening basketball displays we have seen in a long, long time. Mr. Schaefer, how are we this morning?
I am good. I am better about the football schedule, honestly, than I think maybe some people are. A lot of people talking about how it's, how difficult it shapes out to be. We knew the names that would be on the schedule, Grant, and we knew the locations the games would be played. So this was really just about the order, but that kind of does set the scene and the tone for the way you can envision the season going. So we'll get to that. I think we should start with what happened last night, though, on the hardwood. It's over, man. Like I am so divested emotionally from what this Missouri team can do the rest of the season. Like, I am not going to let them hurt me. What was that?
It's never good when you're already out on the season.
I'm
and
out.
It's
We haven't
December
even got the
12th.
bragging rights, and I'm out.
It's December 12th.
I know it.
They haven't played an SEC game yet.
They have not. They've really played two games this season so far.
Yeah.
Lost them both last week. And then this was one where, like, okay, you're back to playing the losers, and you beat them by 30, do your thing, and they win by 8.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. They were up at one point. I believe it was up at half by 13. You were thinking, okay, perfect. 13. You win the second half by 10, 13. You cover the spread. The metrics are fine.
Yep.
And now they drop again. And Ken Palm, Jacob Cruz had 20 points, 7 for 9. Made 6 threes. Mark Mitchell, 15. Anthony Robinson, 19. It really wasn't the offense that was disappointing. It was more the defenses was dreadful yesterday.
Yeah, and you just got to beat a team like this by more than 8 for me to have even a neutral reaction, right? Like, I'm not going to celebrate a 25-point win over these types of teams. But I'll at least go, okay, like, you did what you're supposed to do. Let's just move on. But now we have to talk about it in a negative light because you get outscored in the second half by 5. There's just no killer instinct on this team, I don't think.
I believe Alabama State was on a 13-2 run at one point in that second half. That is that's inexcusable. That is inexcusable.
It's bad. Like I said, I don't know what we can expect to necessarily see change.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about it already, getting Jaden Stone back. Maybe that helps you kind of lock into things as a team, but it's just another blah type of finish where, and they've had games like this before where, and I don't know if like it really wasn't reflected last night in the lineups where like they kind of sub everybody out and the bad team closes the gap on you. They were just like playing legitimately to like a 8 to 15 point margin against Alabama State for like most of the second half. It's fine. Dennis Gates wants to talk about how it's great to be 9-2 and they win again and all this stuff. I think he's disconnected from reality. I really do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because he's such an optimist, but that does not really sit well with me as a Mizzou basketball fan. Let's just put it this, like, I'm not angry that he isn't, reacting differently. It just makes me apathetic toward his team. I think it makes a lot of Mizzou fans apathetic. The combination of the way he schedules and the way they play against that schedule, it's got people going, whatever. I'm just not going to really, not really going to pay much. I'll check on the bragging rights score if it's close. Maybe I'll tune in. Like, I think that's what a lot of people feel right now about Mizzou basketball. And I don't know if conference play, I mean, it could get ugly. It could be another real ugly season. I'm like leaving open the door for that possibility. I tweeted last night, I said 5.5 would be my over-under for conference wins.
Yeah.
And some people said that might be a little aggressive. So I really don't know what we're going to get out of this team.
I do think I would take the over on that because
I don't know if I would.
Think the bottom of the SEC is worse than we've seen it in a few years. Let me get over to this SEC page. Like, you look at teams like Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I think they're down this year. I think those are wins for Missouri. I don't know how good like Texas A&M is. I don't think they're very good this year. I think that could be a win for the Tigers. Same with a team like Oklahoma. I think they're down this year as well. They just lost by 16 to a pretty below average Arizona State team. Like, I think there's about 4 or 5 teams. South Carolina is pretty bad. Like, I think those are all very winnable games for Missouri.
Yeah, I mean, South Carolina's at 86 in Ken Palm, but Missouri's dropping like a rock in Ken Palm.
Yeah, where are they now?
55.
And
I mean,
before the Notre Dame game, I believe they were 27.
Or at least like around 30, it seems like. Oklahoma's 56. Like, you're right. Like, the non-tournament group of teams are all, but they're all going to be saying the same thing about one another. Is like, well, at least we can pick off those guys. At least we can have a chance against them.
True.
Missouri is down there. Texas, Mississippi, A&M are 50 through 52. Mizzou's 55, Oklahoma's 56, Mississippi State's 82, South Carolina's 86. There's only 2 teams lower than Missouri. Well, 3. Oklahoma's 1 spot lower. So I would say, though, with like that group of, 7 teams, there's going to be a lot of prime movement. And there could be the potential that if like you handle your business against those teams largely, you know, some of them, you maybe play a couple of those teams twice. I don't really know the schedule off the top of my head. But you could pick up 5 or 6 wins that way, and then maybe pick off a couple of teams when you play them at home and you get close to 8. I just don't think Missouri's good enough to do that. They're dropping in Ken Palm because I think they have been overestimated by, I don't know, what they were last year, what some of the returning pieces they thought, the metrics thought they were going to become. I don't know. I don't have any faith, though, right now in this team. Like, I'm almost irritated that I have to keep talking about them because I'm that frustrated.
Well, let's
it's
do
just
the
a
exercise.
Combination of factors. Okay, what do you got?
Do the exercise. Home against Florida.
No.
Okay. Kentucky at Kentucky.
No.
Home at Ole Miss.
On the road? No.
Okay. Home against Auburn.
No.
At LSU.
No.
Home against Georgia.
They're off to a pretty good start this year. Home, Georgia plays a fast tempo. I'll say they can win that game. I know Georgia's 25 in Ken Palm, but like I'm gonna give them 1. All right,
there's
one.
Home against Oklahoma.
Yeah, they can win that.
2
one.
At Alabama. No. Home against Mississippi State.
Yes, they can win that. But by the way, all the ones I say they can win doesn't mean they're going to win them all. But I'll give them Mississippi State as well.
I'm just giving. Let's work through it. At South
3.
Carolina.
No. I'm going to say pretty much no to every road game.
Okay, at A&M, then I'm going to assume no.
No.
Texas at home?
Yes.
Vandy at home?
No.
At Arkansas?
No.
Tennessee at home? Okay, then at Mississippi State, at Oklahoma, at Arkansas, are any of those yeses?
I'll give them 1 of those 3.
Okay, so you gave me 5.
Not Arkansas, but one of the other. That's 5. Yeah.
With only 1 road win.
Yeah.
I'd say that I'd probably take the over still because I think they'll find one against at South Carolina at A&M.
Maybe. I mean, those teams aren't worse than you, and I don't know that this Missouri team's going to be able to go on the road and play. They might just pee down their legs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I have not seen anything yet that tells me I should still be, ignoring what feels like reality, that they're just maybe not very good. They're not a consistent, complete team. Notre Dame, by the way, 60 in Ken Palm. All those SEC teams that you're asking about, Mississippi, A&M, Texas, can you go on the road and beat any of these guys? Oklahoma, like they're rated above Notre Dame. So we did see Mizzou lose a close one on the road to Notre Dame. So I think stylistically, there's an advantage against some of those teams. Like A&M plays more up tempo. Texas is kind of middle of the pack tempo. Mississippi really slows it down, so that's probably a bad omen there. I got very little faith right now.
I don't blame you.
Barring getting some players back and having that like suddenly lock things in for the lineup, I just don't think they have that instinct to be that team. Like there's no conversation about this being a tournament team. There's not this year. That's
No.
okay. I mean, it stinks.
Not what
It's
they're showing us
unfortunate,
right now.
but I am refusing to be baited into like, well, if they could just go with 9 and not stop it.
You're done.
I'm done. I am out on Mizzou basketball until I see something that tells me I should come back in. Like, I'll be watching, but I will not be expecting anything to happen. That's good.
Who comes back that you think can actually help?
Jaden Stone.
Just
He's a good
him?
player. Yeah, I don't think Trent Pierce is playing this year.
You don't think he's going to play at all?
No.
And you
I would be surprised.
And you don't think he'll be too helpful if he does?
Yeah, I mean, he was fine at last year at times he was like unplayable.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he would like get it together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the story of this whole team. Like sometimes Anthony Robinson is unplayable and sometimes he looks amazing.
He looked good
Theo
yesterday.
Barrett, same thing.
Offensively.
Yeah. But as a team, yesterday it was their defense is just like, I don't know, we're just going to give up a lot of points. We're going to turn the ball over more than our opponent does. Like, that's frustrating. They are who they are, I think.
What do you think the line will be against Illinois?
Oh, my goodness. Very good question. So it closed against Kansas at like
6.5?
6.5 or something. Illinois is a better team than Kansas. 11.5, 10.5, 11.5.
Yeah. And the thing is of why, like, I think that Missouri still has a chance against Illinois is because they have played Illinois when they were really bad. Fine. I believe in the 2023 year, Illinois was a tournament team and Missouri beat them. No, I'm thinking 2022. That was a good Illinois team and Missouri beat them by 30.
Yeah.
Like, they have still, though, even with not great teams or Illinois is better than them. Like last year, Missouri almost gave them a game. And I know Missouri ended up being better, but to that point, we weren't really expecting much out of Missouri. And Jacob Cruz missed a 3 to beat Illinois.
Yeah, I think we have some selective amnesia, though, where like sometimes they do get popped in this series.
Yes.
Like, they lose big.
They do. As in 2024, they lost by 323 when Missouri was terrible. They lost by 24 points.
Yeah. I would be betting Illinois on this one. If it's anything like less than 14.5, I will probably put American dollars on the other team.
14.5 is where you think Missouri can cover?
No, it's where I probably would feel like a dope to bet money on against my team at that price.
So, okay, I'm curious because I'm not a person that is into the personal fade or what's it called? The emotional hedge. Pardon me. So when you do that, if you were to put money on Illinois and Mizzou wins, are you happy?
Oh, absolutely.
But
Thrilled.
let's say Mizzou loses by 5, then you're just mad all around.
I'm irritated. That's why normally the emotional hedge only works when
it's like even.
When it's even or you're favored, and it's but it's like such an important game that you can't lose it. That's more applicable in football, I feel like. And this year I did the opposite. If Mizzou was losing in a game, I would live bet them to win. That's what I did against the Kansas game. This isn't even really, I'll be honest with you, Grant, this is actually true. If I bet on Illinois, it's not an emotional hedge. It's just, I'm trying to make money because I know that Missouri is worse than them. Yeah. It's not, there's no emotions in it for me in this Missouri team. Like I was, legal sports betting. I was doing parlays. Kansas money line was in some parlays because I'm like, that's a free leg. That's just free. I didn't know what the score was going to be. I didn't do the spread, but I'm like, that's free. Missouri's not beating Kansas. Not this team right now. And so, yeah, there's actually not even any emotion in it with the bragging rights one. There was probably a little bit with the Kansas one because obviously I wanted them to win. And going in, I think we know they're worse today than we thought a week ago before the Kansas game.
Without a doubt.
After Notre Dame, we said, you know what? You went on the road and you played close against a team that's probably not as good as you, but they had the home court factor. And you just, you fell a little short. You got to learn how to win, right? All right, whatever. You played them even. They didn't play Kansas even, and they just didn't look like a basketball team. Like, I was just disgusted with what I saw. So, and that last night's the same thing. And now you're like, well, okay, maybe this is worse than I thought. So when it comes to bragging rights, I have zero emotion. The Illinois fans that follow me on Twitter, because there's a lot of Cardinals fans, Illinois fans, and there's a little bit of I've talked my fair share before.
You'll get
I'm not gonna have anything to say. I might not even be able to tweet about the game. If it's close in the second half, then I'll probably start talking about it. But it's probably going to be a bloodbath. Illinois is a really good team this year, and Missouri is flat out not. So
I wish Illinois and Mizzou were playing a bowl game this year.
That'd
be so much fun.
Who is Illinois playing, by the way?
Illinois is playing Tennessee in the Music City Bowl.
Okay. Maybe it's that they didn't want us to go back to Nashville again because we've just been there.
But also, I think
that would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome, but I think they gave Tennessee the
local
flavor.
Yeah.
And then
it's better for the Music City to get attendance probably from Vols fans than, although like Knoxville is still a few hours away.
Yeah.
But the whole state supports Tennessee, even probably people in Nashville.
Yes, 100%. And
fair enough, but that would have been awesome. They're playing an SEC team. It could have been us. We're like the same record as them. Whatever.
And what will be cool is Illinois fans will travel just like Missouri fans did last year as well. So it will work out.
That'll be like one of the best bowl games, probably.
Yeah, it should be a good game.
Of the whole bowl season. Texas, Michigan, and I would put that number 2.
Well, Michigan, who knows now? 5th.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We'll see, though. Let's transition to the football team, and the schedule for the Missouri Tigers came out last night. And Eli Hoff of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch likes to call it a type of meeting or show that could have just been an email, and this certainly is one of them. A 2-hour special about the schedule that could have just been sent as an email. Here it is. I'll read it to you in its entirety. September 5th, the Tigers are at home against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Next week, they go on the road to Kansas. Then they host Troy. Then they are at Mississippi State, home against Florida, home against A&M. Remember, only one bye week this year as well, at Ole Miss. Then the bye week at Fayetteville against the Arkansas Razorbacks, home against Texas, at Georgia, home against Kentucky, home against Oklahoma. And that is the schedule for the 2026 season.
Yeah, so breaking that down a little bit. September is Pine Bluff, Kansas, Troy, Mississippi State. 2 home games, 2 road games.
Yes.
First conference game is a road game, but it is what's that?
I said I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I am fine with it because it's maybe a more manageable road game. Like if you just start at Ole Miss or at Georgia, maybe those are both automatically going to be losses anyway. Although Ole Miss is going to have some turnover, and so we'll see. But I would say getting your first conference game on the road and having it be the Mississippi State one could have been a lot worse than that. And then the next week is suddenly calendar turns to October, and it's homecoming with Florida. Love it. Love that. That's the homecoming game. Like,
you don't want to go to the
conference
swamp
game for homecoming. What's that?
So you don't want to go to the swamp.
Well, that was not an option. We knew they were playing Florida at home.
I know. I'm just saying I love the way that it manages for them. Just the way that this home schedule is, I think, is ideal.
Yeah. I mean, it gets tough at the end. There's no doubt about that. But you do get to mix in like a freebie against Kentucky in November, which is good. The stretch that everybody's going to be talking about, Texas, at Georgia, Kentucky, Oklahoma. But 3 of those 4 are at home.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so bad.
No,
I mean, I think you have the ability on the front end, if you're as good as we hope you are, to start 5-0. Got to win at Kansas and at Mississippi State. Can beat Florida at home, absolutely. And 5-0 going into hosting again Texas A&M, which they're really good year in and year out. But I mean, it is a home game. I would probably chalk that one up right now as a loss, though.
Yeah,
but I don't know about chalking up Ole Miss or Arkansas as losses. Like, you got to go on the road twice, but there's a realm in which you can finish October with 1 loss.
I think if you get through October with 1 loss and you're saying, hey, you got to go 3-1 against Texas, Georgia, Kentucky, Oklahoma, it's not the worst spot in the world. I mean, Texas is probably going to be really good with Arch Manning.
Yeah, they're going to be really tough.
Georgia's going to be good as always. But
that's an L. You're going to lose at Georgia. I'm not really even going to.
I also think there's a world where you could set up your schedule, especially if the tournament gets expanded to 16 teams, where
that'd be great.
Maybe Florida's pretty darn good or better, and they're going to be ranked high early, as they always are. Maybe they're 4-0, and you beat them. And, maybe they peter out at the end. But, The ranked win will boost you up early. Then maybe you somehow beat A&M at home. Who knows what they're going to be next year? Like, I do think there's 9-3, 10-2 on this schedule. Doable.
Yeah, 10-2 is probably like what I'll end up telling everybody that I predict, even though I'm like, there's some ways that it goes 7-5, right?
Yeah.
But your point about the expanded playoff, which I wonder when we'll find that out. They extended the deadline. It was December 1st, and now they're still able to do it until when, I don't know.
Which is like the first smart thing they've ever done.
Yeah, to just give yourself more time. They do have to know eventually, before you get too deep into this thing. But that would be amazing because I think you'll see 9-3 SEC teams in the top 16 for sure, like in the top 15, to where there'll be a 9-3 SEC team in the playoff more likely than not.
But
because there was all the 10-2s this year, and that's not going to be the case. Well, I'm saying you had a lot of SEC teams that were 10-2 or better, and like Texas was a really good 9-3, but they didn't make it either. I think it's going to be harder to go 10-2 when everybody's playing 9 conference games and a Power 4 non-con.
Yeah. Now, if you go, let's say you go 9-3 and your losses are, I'll go A&M, Texas, and Georgia. And then like Florida's not very good.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss, they fall off a little bit. Like, and then you're searching like, your best win's Oklahoma. You probably don't get in. But if you go 9-3 with a road loss to Ole Miss, maybe you beat Texas and A&M at home and you fall to Oklahoma, then it's going, maybe this team is legit. Maybe they are good enough to get in at 9-3.
I don't think we'll be able to know.
No,
regardless
so
of who you beat, who you lose to. I think we would have to see what the other teams are doing, because at the beginning of the year, I would never have thought that a 10-2 Vandy would be left out. Like, no, 10-2 was kind of the benchmark number. But what happened? Well, there were enough ACC, enough Big 12, like enough other teams around, enough SEC teams that were above that to suddenly you're on the chopping block. And so I think it really does matter if the field is expanded versus if it's just at 12. A 9-3 Mizzou next year at 12 is not getting in.
No,
even though their schedule is really tough, I can just tell you that like you said, you'd either not have the signature wins or you'd have a loss that people would look and kind of glance sideways at. So, but 9-3, would be a really dang good season. Yes. Whether they make a playoff or not would be a really good season with that schedule.
I'm thinking the over-under will probably be set at 7.5?
Oh, I can't wait because I bet it's going to be 6.5. Oh, I will bet you it's going to be, and Brendan will hammer it.
Okay, let's go through all the games I would expect them to win. 100% like confident. Arkansas Pine Bluff, win. Troy, win. I would expect one win, and I think they're going to go 4-0 in this stretch in September, but I would expect at least one win between Mississippi State and Kansas. Breaking news. Sorry, I know it's Brady Cook will get the ball and the start against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday. That's good. It's what we were probably trending to happening, but it's now official. Ari Mirov reports on that first.
That had Kyle Pitts on it, and I don't have an active quarterback if Justin Fields is out. And so I'm like, well, crap.
That's unfortunate.
That's very minor. I'm happy for Brady Cook. I hope they just kind of let Brady cook, and come what may, they'll probably run the ball a bunch.
Yes.
But I don't know. Let him run around. Like, I want Brady to, this is your shot, kid. Like, go be you. And if it doesn't go well, then whatever. Not very many people are starters in the NFL, but
I think they're going to
get a chance. Oh, do I have to bet on the Jets this week just to be a team player here?
I kind of thought, looking at it, like 14 was way too much, and like it's the most Jacksonville Jaguars thing ever to be hot and everyone's loving you and everyone's like, wow, look how good this team is, and then you lose to the Jets with an undrafted quarterback starting. I think that'd be the most Jags thing ever. But we can talk about that on the second half. I want to get through this exercise real quick.
Brady Cook. I hadn't thought about like the angle of like just how funny it would be if Jacksonville would lose when they absolutely need, like they've chalked this one up as a win and they need it.
Exactly.
That would be crazy.
So I'm going to go at worst, Brendan. They go 3 wins in September.
Are you doing this to try to set like an over-under?
I'm trying to set if I would hammer the 7. So that's 3. I think they beat Kentucky at home 4, Arkansas on the road 5. That's like the wins I feel pretty confident about. And then you probably need to find Kansas 6 and then win another
Did you
road
say
game
Kentucky?
or Oklahoma. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Kentucky, Arkansas got you to 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm going to need Kansas and Mississippi State for my own sanity. There's your bowl eligibility. And
I think you find at Ole Miss or home against Texas, Oklahoma.
I don't think you find necessarily.
No, I'm just saying
Florida.
one of them.
Where's Florida?
Oh, Florida. Yeah. I'm looping those all in. Yeah,
that's
you got
more winnable than Texas or Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's going to be 6.5. You're totally right.
I think that's going to be the number, and I'll take it, dude. If that's the number at even money, minus 110 odds, I will take the over.
Yes, I will too.
And I think they'll cash it with the Kentucky game at least, if not sooner. You might be before you leave October. You could be. There's room to be 7-1. By the way, Halloween against.
I was about to say, how do you feel about that?
Kind of fun. As a father, I feel like I hope it's a day game. But it'll be fine. Well, I'll trick or treat with my phone out. We've done it before.
How do you feel in general about it being moved, though?
Oh, I love it, and I told everybody that it would happen.
Why do you love it?
Because I like Oklahoma being the more prominently featured rivalry. Getting that on Thanksgiving weekend is something to look forward to more than Arkansas. I liked Arkansas. This is the last game of the season because normally by that point they had fallen apart. A coach was fired. People opted out. It was an easy win. Over. So normally, easy win. Yeah, normally the last game of the season against Arkansas was a really easy win, especially since they only beat Drink once when it was at that. Yeah, but I'd rather lean into the SEC of it all and say we want to play the best competition when it means the most. And so let's get our program to a status where we are going toe to toe with Oklahoma every year. We're 1-1 against them since they joined the league. But I want that to be, a meaningful late season rivalry because the Arkansas one just wasn't really ever meaningful. They just are no good. Yeah. And I think you'll have a chance more often if you play spoiler, which is fun against Oklahoma or vice versa. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to concede that we won't be in it, but I see if you asked people nationally, they would say Oklahoma is a higher rated program. They're in the playoff this year and they expect to be. We can get there. So that's fair. I'm more saying, though, it's more likely of a chance for this game to be the ESPN game people tune into because either Oklahoma or Mizzou is good. Normally versus Arkansas, it was only meaningful. Besides, it was on CBS that one year. It was on CBS a lot when it was on Black
9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
And welcome back to MIZ Central on the Loot Information Station. Just got word of the Brady Cook start. He will be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars with the New York Jets, his first career NFL start. Brendan, you had a great week last week. Now, I'm yet to be able to grade. I went 3 and 4 minus 1 unit. I don't know your stupid bet of the weekend. I had Brandon Marino because I know nothing about UFC and he lost. I don't know if this Jakob Nowak.
My particular Jakob did not win.
Okay.
He lost. Yours won.
Yeah,
am I correct with this? We talked about the Jakob for table tennis. You attempted to tail me and bet the wrong Jakob, which was like not the Jakob that I won my table tennis bet on a couple weeks ago. Not the Jakob that I told you to bet on. It was a third different Jakob, and he actually won.
Yes, that would be. You have all of those correct.
Oh my goodness!
And that was pretty awesome. That was fun. I was happy because of that. I
already know what my stupid bet of the week is going to be, though. But what was my record? Do you know my record last week?
You went 6 and 2.
Holy crap!
I went 3 and 5.
Okay.
You only got North Texas wrong and Jakob wrong, where I was wrong on UNLV, my stupid bet with Brandon Marino, and Virginia, Ohio State, and Mizzou all wrong.
Yeah. Mizzou was wrong?
Yeah, Mizzou was wrong.
Oh, the Kansas, the basketball game. Yeah.
They didn't win. They did not
win.
win.
They did not.
They lost.
Something about leave the points at the door, something.
Yeah,
I don't know about
points at the door, put on a football helmet, something.
You did put on a football helmet, which really did not make a lot of sense for the basketball pick, but I let it go, and here we are. It was
just a funny little merch thing.
You were excited.
Yeah.
It was cute. All right, I already know my stupid bet of the week, and you can't tell me I can't do it.
You do it.
Okay. It is a soccer pick.
Oh, mine also is.
Something tells me, now wait a minute, stupid bet of the week, you know all about soccer. You bet soccer every day.
Yeah, but this is going to somewhere I don't know anything about.
Okay. Mine is a stupid bet of the week, not because I don't know anything about it, but I didn't know enough about it. I actually have money on this bet already. I wish I didn't. But earlier this week, there was an incident where Grant, in the kindness of his heart, was sharing with the group chat some soccer picks that he had. And he said, Bayern Munich is going to win. And then we're going to get the over on the Tottenham goals, over 2.5 goals. And I thought, are you sure? It is a soccer game after all, but he said it was a good pick. And so I went around and I was trying to find it. And I thought I had found it as a parlay with Bayern Munich, who, by the way, they did win earlier this week. Congrats to them. And I plugged in Tottenham over 2.5 goals. There was a problem, though. The problem is that the game is not until Sunday in apparently a completely different league than the game that Tottenham was playing earlier this week. So I bet the wrong game.
Yeah.
The pick is the one of the two teams is the same. The pick is the same, over 2.5 goals. I bet it for Tottenham, for Nottingham Forest or whatever they are that they're playing on Sunday morning. So I have been sitting with that as a parlay that was not intended. And by the way, first thing that Grant does is he sends a screenshot circling the game time, making fun of me. Well, actually, before that, the first thing he did was say, I actually really like the under in that game. So what makes it the stupid bet of the week is that it's actually the complete opposite of what your recommendation would have been for this game. Well, I bet the wrong game.
Can I be honest? Saying that I really like the under was poking fun a little bit.
Oh, was it? Because I really was like, oh my gosh. Because you have actually been pretty sharp on the soccer stuff.
You.
And so I thought, well, I've almost cashed it out. I have not cashed it out, but I kind of want to because I'm like, I don't know.
I'm pretty indifferent about it. The under was me poking fun at you. Now, what hurts more about this whole thing that you didn't mention is that the bet that I sent, the Tottenham over 2.5 goals on, I believe it was Wednesday, that won. They scored 3.
The parlay won.
The parlay won.
Which I did end up betting, by the way. I still played it, but I now have this additional soccer bet that I don't like to have any money on soccer, but I trusted you, and
it worked, but it didn't.
It worked, but it didn't. If this game also goes over, then I can just kiss you because I'll win a buku on that parlay, and it'll be great. So, but that's my stupid bet of the week because it's a bet that I legitimately don't want to have money on, but I unwittingly do at this moment.
Okay, I'm going to stay in soccer. This game starts in 14 minutes. It's in the Croatian 1.HNL versus Vukovar 91 in NK Veresden.
Vukovar, is that a Harry Potter character, perhaps?
Perhaps, yes. It sounds as if it could be. I'm going to go both teams the score. I was clicking around earlier trying to see if there was a bet around 11 o'clock that I could do for this. So if you're listening, you could put it in and get some midday action. Both these teams give up a ton of goals. They don't score as many, but they give up a lot. So I'm going that their defenses are both really bad. So that should result to goals.
Okay.
Both teams
there
score.
you go.
Just one.
I hope you wrote that down because I'm not writing down the names of those teams. I can't.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have Mizzou football that we normally always pick. We don't really have SEC college football at all. So
we've got
our must picks. I'm going to go Blues Blackhawks tonight.
Okay.
Navy Army.
I was going to say we got that.
Jets Jags and Missouri basketball.
Okay. Well, Missouri basketball, do we have a spread for?
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, we won't do that. Okay, I will take the Blackhawks tonight against the Blues. We'll just go even. I mean, I know it's plus 105, minus 125. You're risking a unit, winning a unit. I'll go Blackhawks money line. The Blues stink.
I will as well do that. And the Blues are actually favored somehow.
Yeah.
If I wanted bang for my buck, I would look for an alt line and take Blackhawks minus 1.5.
Ooh.
Let me see on this because I think that should be allowed.
Yeah.
If I can find one. Because they were terrible last night. Now, a lot of times what happens is you're that bad that you like kind of find some resolve the next day. But I just don't think I can.
I don't think that's happening.
I don't think I can trust them.
Mm-mm.
You know, I'm thinking about it, though. Yeah, I'll do it. I actually will. I've talked myself into it because I'm looking on DraftKings. 67% of the bets are on the Blackhawks. The Blues looked so bad last night. This is like a classic sports betting spot.
Okay.
I'm going to remove my belief about the Blues from the equation and just bet the spot. And I will say Blues.
I like that. Okay. Blues money line. Now we are going to go to tomorrow. We are going to go to the Army-Navy game, America's game. And I'm actually going to take the over of 38.5 points in this game. I think both offenses are better than they are normally. Over.
Isn't this the game that always goes under?
They both can throw. Give me the over.
This is a high number for sure. The under hit 16 straight times from 2006 to 2021. What was the score last year?
I don't know. Let's see.
31-13. That went over.
Way over.
You might be right. I'll take the under.
Okay. Okay.
I'll take the under, I think.
That's fair.
Just to fade.
No, that's fair.
It always goes under.
It always goes under. You're not wrong. It does. Now let's go to the NFL. We're kind of all over the place here, but the NFL, the Jets taking on the Jaguars. The line is not moved. I would expect it to probably move to the nice round 14, but on DraftKings, it is Jets plus 13.5. And I think
they knew that Brady was.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's about where it's going to stay.
I'll take the Jets plus 13.5. I would buy the half point if I probably will place this bet, and I would buy the half point.
I will bet bonus money on the Jets money line this week, but I will take the Jaguars spread for this purpose. I'm just gonna fade every pick you're making.
That's fine.
Not on purpose, but it's just worked out that way so far.
Let's stay in the NFL. Actually, let's just give whatever picks you want, your favorite picks of the weekend.
How many favorites are we doing this week?
Well, we just picked 3. Let's do 3 more, and then we'll do our parlay. I will go Giants minus 2.5.
Giants minus 2.5. Taking on, who they playing?
The Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I like that pick. I'm worried about the weather in that game. I've got Jackson Dart in some fantasy
I do too.
playoff matchups. That scares me a little bit. But I think that's the right side. I will not fade you on that pick.
Yay.
That's the first time, right? I'm going to make a pick because once one of us makes the pick, the other person can't make it. And you thought, oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be on top of stuff when it comes to this Brady Cook starting the game thing. It's going to be great. I'm taking Brady Cook anytime touchdown.
Wow.
Plus
I love
750.
that.
It's not on DraftKings, but another book has it at 750. So that's what we'll mark it as. 7.5 units. I would win. I'm risking a unit. Like, he gets on the goal line, and hopefully somebody in New York knows the fake pitch dive, and then Brady Cook scores. Like, easy. So that's for a little fun. I think I am actually going to bet that one too. Brady Cook anytime touchdown score plus 750 on the odds.
We have a good game at noon, Bills Patriots, and I am going to take the over of 49.5 points in this one.
Ooh, interesting.
28-24
spread on that one.
The spread is almost as even as you can get. The Bills right now are minus 1.5, but that's at a little worse odds than Bills.
I see it at minus plus 1 somewhere else.
Okay.
But if it's on DraftKings at 1.5, I'll honor that.
I'll just give you money line. I don't care. It's minus 120.
All right. Well, the Bills are going to win the game.
Okay. I like that as well.
I'm almost fading my my Drake May MVP pick with that, but that's my pick.
Okay, my final pick. 44-year-old grandpa starting this game. The Seahawks are 13.5 point favorites, but I'm gonna go that it's gonna be a big spread. Colts are gonna be losing a lot of the game, and they need a man to sling the rock. And if there's one thing Phillip Rivers can still do, it's sling that rock. Over 151.5 passing yards. Whenever I see any NFL quarterback with the line that low, I take it. Give me Phillip Rivers over 151.5 passing yards.
Okay. That's an interesting one.
He might have like 50 in the first half, but they're going to be losing. He'll get 152.
If he can do it anymore, he'll get to that number. Like if he flat out can't do it, it would have been. Could we switch the schedule to where Brady Cook can play against Phillip Rivers this week?
That'd be awesome.
Seems like it would be fair for everybody.
That'd be really fun. I'd enjoy it.
That would be hilarious. Is the Colts are going to lose big. The Jets are probably going to lose big. And that's just the way it goes. I will go. This is not even like good value anymore, but I'll be rooting for it because I already bet it at a better.
Okay.
Lions Rams over 55. Give us what we want. Give us all the points in that game.
Okay. I like it. All right. Let's now go to, we were a leg short on our parlay, and it
Which leg?
was my leg because I thought Ohio State was going to win the football game, and they missed a 29-yard kick, I believe it was. 29 yards. So that sucked.
Yes, it did. I was sharp. My 2 NFL picks.
Yeah. Hammered.
What was it? Bills, Bengals and over, and
Rams minus 8.5.
Rams spread. Yep.
I actually live bet the Rams when they went down 7-0. I live bet a minus 5.5, and that was really, 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 really easy. Free.
Yeah.
As some would say. All right, let's do this. We both give 2 picks. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do?
You start. I mean, you blew it last week.
Yeah,
so
I start.
Gonna put it on you to begin.
I'll go Bengals money line.
Wow.
They're going to beat the Ravens at home.
Are they underdogs?
They are. They're plus 120.
I can't keep letting you make picks because of the Steelers.
I'm not.
For our parlays. Yes,
I'm not.
You always do this.
No, the Steelers. I had the Steelers plus 5.5 last week, didn't I? And they won outright.
I'm just saying you're doing this bet because you want it to happen for the Steelers.
No, I think that the Bengals will win this game. Everyone's like, oh, Joe Burrow, he's so sad. I feel so bad for him.
He's so sad.
Or, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll pivot for you. I'll go over. No, I like the over in this game.
No.
Fine. Bengals money line.
Bengals money line.
Okay. You're up.
We can't start changing stuff around.
You're up.
I am going to go Chargers plus 5.5. I love the Chargers on the spread. I don't know if they're going to win it outright. The Chiefs obviously need it, but plus 5.5. The Chiefs they're just not outscoring anybody right now. The Chargers are playing really well defensively. That's a one possession game if I've ever seen it. And yeah, technically you could lose this if it's a Chiefs by 6 or 7, but I think it's going to be a 3-4 point game. So I actually really like that pick.
I'm going to go Panthers money line. I know this is a little bit of a trap pick.
Oh,
road
Grant.
Division game, but they need this. Bryce Young, they're going to win this football.
Trap.
They're winning this football game. I know. If
this is our only pick that misses,
I know it's a trap.
There's got to be some recourse.
But
this is a trap.
They are winning this football game. They are going to win the game. Yes.
Panthers money line.
Yes, they're winning
Chargers
this game.
Plus 5.5. Bengals money line.
You know what?
That gets us to
I have something I'm much more confident in. Steelers money line.
You cannot.
I can switch.
You got to.
No, I can switch.
You can't keep trying to switch it.
The Steelers aren't losing.
Then we're going to go, well, it's too bad. We got it. Panthers. You went there. You went there. You got to own it.
Whatever.
I don't think the Steelers are losing either, but next week, don't come in here and start giving me multiple picks because they go, oh, if only we had done the other. No, we have to.
Panthers lose and the Steelers win. Remember this.
No. Remember that you started it. All right. I got to give one more pick.
You got to give one more pick before we get out of here.
I was thinking about Army Navy, but I'm not going to get that crazy. Man, Brown spread actually is pretty attractive. Oh boy, that could be Shadur balling out.
Yeah,
it's either Browns plus 7.5.
It's going to be a rainy game. I kind of like.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. There was one other pick. I think the Texans roll the Cardinals though too. The spread is 9.5.
But Jacoby Brissett just slinging that thing.
They could keep it close. All right, Browns plus 7.5.
Let's do it. That would, on DraftKings, $10 would win you $125. Plus, I'm sure there's a boost out there or something that you could boost this to even better odds. So make sure to sign up for DraftKings. Use code STL Sports. All you got to do is deposit $5, bet the $5, and you get $300 in bonus bets. You can use it on this parlay. I like it. I think we're winning.
I'm rooting for the Saints just because of how funny it would be.
No. Stop that madness. He's Brent Schaefer.
We're just irritating the crap out of each other today.
He's Brent Schaefer. I'm Grant Salzman. We're done for now. We'll be back next week, hopefully with a winning parlay. Make sure to tune in for Tigers post game after the basketball game this weekend on STL Sports Central. And we will talk to you next week. Up next is Charlie Tuna and the Posse. Everyone have a great weekend.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr. And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter. When we hit the field, we have each other's back. And off